how about some a tee off for the people that are on here with you, so we know what's going on,
Well,
buddy?
yeah, I thought, okay, well, this was the worst intro ever, but yeah. I
Um,
apparently had the stream muted the whole time, so oh well.
He's off to a
we
good
we
start.
are going now. So technical difficulties slash I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But yeah, we're going. Welcome everybody who's here to chat or who's here to take part in this. So yeah, I got Jeff here with me. And how about it, man? How about that week of football? Football was here, and that was fun
And it was good to have football
for
back.
sure.
This off season was longer than previous seasons for some reason, but it was good to have it back. And I thought it was a really interesting first week of football.
Absolutely,
You
man.
had,
There was
you had
stories everywhere.
some really, I mean, you had some really good offensive performances, and you had some really good defensive performances,
A lot of
and
surprises. I felt like
a lot of surprises.
a lot of terrible kickers.
Yeah, kicking was an issue. Good night, buddy. Good night, good night, buddy. Love you. Can you say hi?
What's up, Sam? Hey,
Hi.
buddy. Hey, buddy.
Done. Say hi to YouTube.
Hi.
You're a YouTube star now, Sam.
Good night, buddy.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was good. It was nice to have it back. It was nice to finally be able to sit down and put the games on and just hang out and watch them and have the banter going on with everybody. Everybody just had a good time. And for us Bears fans, it was especially good because we upset the 49ers. So to that I say how about a little bit of this? Go Bears. Go Bears.
Do something?
Oh yeah. You don't have to YouTube up. I'm playing the Bear Down song right now. Just for Ange. Just for Ange.
Bears. Yeah. So start with the Bears. I mean, that was an ugly game weather-wise,
Yeah.
and we've all seen the photos. We saw the condition on the field. I was really excited because they actually replaced the turf, and which they haven't done in a long time. And then we get that shit weather come through,
Oh, it just came
and
down.
actually, but it was what 6 inches or so of rain.
Yeah, it was like a swimming pool out there. It was crazy. Bears got flagged for using a towel to wipe down the kicking spot, and it was hilarious because I mean, what? So Tom Brady's allowed to drive his Zamboni out there and push snow out of the way, but we can't
Yeah, we
just
can't use.
wipe down the grass.
Well, but what I thought was great was that what we have 4 penalties on the
Hmm.
day, and
Yeah,
if that was
something like that.
previous years, we would have had double digits penalties, and we would have had multiple turnovers. I
Agreed. It was the total
position
opposite
was
of Nagy. Like a Nagy team just doesn't show up in the second half, and this team looked determined and well conditioned, and it was a lot different. And it was good to see. We'll see if it keeps up, but it was
well,
fun.
we're gonna find out here pretty quick.
Yeah, play the Packers, who obviously had the opposite. They did not expect to have that Week 1 performance, but they did. And
Yeah, and I don't know if that's gonna work in our favor or not. When they came out, they may come out this next week and just be pissed off.
oh, they're going to be pretty
Um,
pissed. We'll see. We'll see if the Devonte Adams effect is real or not. Who knows how that offense can perform if they don't have any reliable receivers. But yeah. Anyway, I mean, there's more that happened around there, and with us focusing on the fantasy football, I figured we'd take a look at the individual performances that we had. And so I'll pull up the scores of the week and the top players. So we'll start off with the QBs if it ever loads. But
well, one thing I would say is coming into this week, and I know it's week one, and there's a lot to be determined, but I thought it was exciting coming into the week that most of the matchups were about 50%. It could go either way.
oh, in our league, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so
So
close. The projected scores were so close, and we ended up having a few that came down to the wire. I mean, I think half of the games could have gone a different way. At least half of the games could have gone a different way if the person who lost had started somebody else. So it was
Yeah, I think last year we didn't have very much of that last year.
no,
I think it was more lopsided last year, and there's really kind of a top half of teams and a bottom half of teams.
agreed. Yeah,
Uh,
we
and so
we
far
we,
this
we may
in
end
this
up
week
getting
one,
there. You know, 1 week is kind of everybody
right?
has their high hopes, and a lot of people's hopes are smashed with uh, with how things go early in the season. So
Well, I mean, just looking at week one scores, we may already have that bottom half, but
yeah, there's some teams that underperformed, but I think some of them can bounce back, and I'm not so sure about some others, but we'll see. Oh, hey, what's up? There's Danny. Welcome,
the
welcome,
girl
buddy.
I'll be right back.
he starts off with a double birth,
is he rocking the Gatorade? That's unacceptable. Did he have
and
jorts
then he
on, by the
leaves.
way? Did he have jean shorts on the way? On, by the
He
way?
joined, did the double bird, and then just left.
Hey, that's good. Hey, we got some participation at least. But yeah, before we get too much more into the teams, I thought we'd take a look at like the players' performances this week.
Yeah,
And here's the top 10 list. And it's your expected guys up at the top. Well, except Wentz. You got Mahomes, Allen, and Herbert 1, 2, and 4. That's just and Lamar at number 5. I mean that might be close to the order those guys were drafted in. I mean Wentz of course kind of snuck in there and did not get picked up in waivers, but I think that's not too surprising. With how fluky that guy has
hard to
been, how
count.
up and down he's been.
It's hard to
Um,
count on him.
exactly, yeah. But I mean,
But
Mahomes came out and just tore it up, right?
yeah, what, five, six touchdowns? Didn't
Yeah.
he have?
Yep.
Is it five touchdowns?
It was five touchdowns. Yeah, yeah. And he was just, I
Yeah, I
mean, and he
mean
didn't even
that's
play the full game, right? I think he got pulled in the sometime in the second half. I'm not sure what.
yeah. I didn't. They didn't show much of that game just because it was so lopsided. Uh, but I mean that's pretty much the list that you expect, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's not too often that you actually get the top guys showing up at the top, but that certainly happened this week. So
I
I
mean the
think
wild cards there are Winston, and then maybe even Tannehill.
yep, yep,
But he's sucked last year, and his offense got worse. So
yeah. He's always a good passer of the ball, it seems like, but yeah, it's I mean, yeah, Wentz definitely sticks out as an unexpected one, but hey, he did it, and so I mean, 4 touchdowns will boost your score. So I mean, but Mahomes
yeah,
and
and
Allen just coming out dominating.
I'd be curious to see if Wentz can keep that up. Sometimes it's a change of scenery and a change of structure and game plan that kind of brings out the best, and yet maybe he's in the right place. I don't know.
I think I saw that this was his first 4 touchdown game since his MVP-ish season. He didn't actually get it because he got hurt, I think, but
Yeah,
yeah,
good for him. I don't really
absolutely.
like the dude, but whatever.
I like him because he won me a Boucher one time, so that's the only
True.
reason I like him.
We're talking about Adams.
Oh no, we're talking about he won me the other one. We're talking about Wentz. We're looking at quarterbacks here. Wentz
Gotcha.
Wentz was number 3 this week. Um, but yeah, a lot of the other guys on that list that we're looking at here really are the top-notch guys that you'd expect. So, and I think Mahomes was the AFC Player of the Week. I think I saw this morning. So AFC Offensive Player of the Week or something. So I mean, I don't think that comes as a surprise to anybody.
Well, but are you surprised? Because a lot of people said that offense was going to take a step back without Hill. I didn't believe it because I thought they brought more depth in, even though they lost the explosive player in Hill. But I mean, they looked even more efficient than they were before, and maybe that's a good thing for Mahomes because he's not relying on two players anymore. They spread the ball around.
Yeah, they've always got a spread. It seems like there's never been a guy besides Kelsey and Hill that showed up. I wonder if that's because uh, just because the offense likes to spread it around, but they definitely missing Hill. They don't look like they skipped a beat at all. That was kind of an impressive performance. I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't expect that good of a performance, but yeah. Who'd they
Well,
play?
and I may be skipping ahead, but Clyde Edwards was my biggest surprise from that game.
Yeah, well, let's go over to the running backs because he's on this list. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is
So
5, right?
looking at
Yeah.
the running backs, yeah, we got what Barkley, Swift, Taylor, Cordell Patterson on Ange's bench, Clyde Edwards, Hilaire, Kareem Hunt, Hilliard, who's still out there, it looks like. James Robinson, that was a surprise, especially with Akers. That was crazy. Sanders, Dillon. But yeah, you talked about Clyde Edwards. He made this list here.
You mean ETN?
Yeah, I mean the last year, 2 years, they didn't look like they even liked the guy. Then all of a sudden he comes out and has what, 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, yeah, he was
Maybe,
definitely a part of that explosion.
and they got that rookie that they like, Pacheco or whatever his name is. So
Yeah, I mean
I was surprised to see his usage,
they had the
but
game so wrapped up that they were able to get him like 12 carries all in the fourth quarter. I think I heard.
yeah.
Anybody stand out to you there, Prof?
That's what.
Not just
Like,
standout players with the running backs. Barkley came out and said he might be back. That was kind of crazy, and he actually won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. I saw.
And good for him. You know, a lot of people doubted him just because of last year, but man, really happy to see him come out and succeed.
Yeah. Yep.
you know, what running back surprised me?
What's that?
Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson did
Granted,
pretty good. He got a lot of
it
work.
it was the situation, but I'm still stung because CH did a lot better, and Brian took him one before me. So
Yeah, that
way to
was the one we
way to
talked about last week. You were you were hoping to get him, and then got bamboozled by the Brian.
friggin' troll.
This list, Hillard's on there at number 7. Henry's not.
hmm
He's not on that list.
No, Derrick Henry
James
had a down game.
Robinson.
I
James
can't.
Robinson was questionable to go into the game and came in and killed it. Whereas everybody was expecting ETN to be that guy.
Well,
And then
and
Miles
his
Sanders
stats were amazing
back
too.
from the
That's
dead.
James Robinson. His stats were amazing too, though.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy seeing Akers barely see the field, seeing Marlon Mack get cut from teams left and right. But James
Yeah.
Robinson they all had the Achilles injury, but then James
Yep.
Robinson, woo,
But not only that, but the team overall didn't look very good. I mean, James Robinson was the only one that looked good.
ETN could be on this list, but he literally dropped or he literally
One.
missed out
He
on two
dropped one.
touchdowns. He dropped one himself, and then he was wide open for
Trevor
one.
Lawrence
Yep,
missed him by 15 yards.
terrible, terrible. Yeah, they threw that game
Hey,
away.
that's your boy. We got a bottle of whiskey on that boy.
Oh
Yeah,
boy,
exactly.
oh no, I forgot about that. We have a Jeff and I have an agreement that has been notarized by two notaries, licensed notaries, on a
In two different states, I believe.
that if Trevor Lawrence signs another contract with the Jaguars, then Jeff owes me a bottle of whiskey of my choosing, and if he does not, I owe Jeff that bottle. So I would really like to enjoy a sweet. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to do some research. I'm thinking Woodford
I think
Reserve, but I don't really know
that
I don't know whiskey
I
well
put
enough.
it up there.
Oh, is it up there?
Do you think you're gonna win though?
Can you
Like,
see it?
It says something funky for me. What's it say?
oh
Oh, watch stream. I have to click watch
yeah,
stream.
we
Oh,
got
here it is. Here it is. Here, I'll put it up on this one. There is the notarized document. Do I think I'm gonna win it? Yeah. I mean, I think Jacksonville's committed to it. I mean, I think it's gonna. This is an important year for Lawrence. I feel like if he
Maybe we shouldn't put this on YouTube since the notary is all committed illegal activity.
is is it illegal or something?
We weren't all in person.
Oh, so I'll edit that out of the video. Oh, I still have it up apparently. Oh, you got to close your stream.
I
yeah.
did. I did.
I
I,
see.
I don't I don't see it anymore, and I'm just watching.
I
So,
see. But yeah, I don't
In
know.
any
We'll see
case,
with Lawrence. We'll see.
that guy's not going to be on the team after 4 years.
He might not. I could see.
well,
Go
why
ahead.
didn't you put more on it? Like, just the fact that if he re-signs with the team doesn't seem like a true representation of Lawrence, though.
I think we were looking for some way to
I think it had to be
explain
concrete.
a concrete way of saying whether he was a bust or not.
Yeah.
And if he
He's-
were to be kicked off, if he were to leave his original team, that certainly seems like a bust to me.
Yeah, if they didn't re-sign him or extend him, I guess not extend him, but sign him to a contract after his rookie, then that tells you that he's not, in their mind, good enough. So that's a bust.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine he has to win, right? I mean, to re-sign, I'd imagine he has to have a winning season here in the next year or two.
Yeah.
Okay. So like this is just the way things usually go. Like if you suck, you're gonna get out.
Hey, what's up? There's Ange.
Am I on?
You're. I can hear your voice. I can't see your face yet.
Good Lord, I still don't know what I'm supposed to do.
This technology crap.
Oh,
This
boy.
technology.
Good God.
On the
Hold
bottom left, I
Alright.
think you can share your screen.
Hold on.
We
I'm
done with
gonna-
running backs, or do we want to allow Ange time to talk about Patterson?
I don't know. I kind of want to flip over before she can chime in here.
Hold on. I gotta.
Although he did do
It's
that
too
on our
early
bench,
for Ange.
so that's a positive. He did it on Ange's bench. Had this
Sure.
Yes,
number for a week, and that means that she's going to start him next week, and
that is
then
right.
he'll suck.
and then that means he's probably going to suck next week. So
Yeah.
Well, what were the awards though? Are you the best bench warmer of the week, Ange? Or did somebody else have more?
Wait.
let me see if we can find that.
Bench. Oh, nose Ange. Patterson
Nose
was
Ange?
Ange. Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, you know what I'm saying though. Like, least
Yes.
efficient manager is actually Christy. She left the most points on her bench. I wasn't expecting that.
Christie, yeah, that's the thing. There were a couple teams that had bad weeks, but they had players on their bench that could explode. So I think that there's you're sideways again, Ange. You're sideways
What?
again.
Please.
Let's do the rotational thing. There you go. I mean, there were some teams that had bad weeks, but I think that there's still a chance for them. So I mean, I think they can get there. But yeah, no.
Hey,
Here's
Danny, I see Dylan on there. I don't see Jones.
Yeah, I don't see Jones either. And to all of you who have passed on Jones, just wait till this week.
Yeah, I take it you threw trades out left and right for Jones then? If that's what I'm reading between the tea leaves there.
I threw a few out there just to see,
Oh,
but
boy.
like we weren't gonna go past a certain level.
Yeah,
I'll bench him before I go to a certain level.
that makes sense. I'll be honest, I haven't sent a single trade out still this year.
All right, let's go to wide receivers.
Wide receivers in. Look at this list. This list is ridiculous. This is
Much better effort from the wide receivers this week.
Look at that. I mean, it's all the studs. I mean, aren't these the top 5 right here that are in the top 5? I mean, the top 5 drafted as the top 5
It's
on the week.
preseason rank.
That's crazy.
Preseason rank. It was the top 5. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, we got Jefferson. Dude, Jefferson really was on another level from everybody else. He put up 30 points. He put up more than what was he overall? Number 4 overall. He was better than all but 3
Okay.
quarterbacks. That's insane.
You know what was more crazy about that is he did it in the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, they shut it down in the second half.
There was one play I think I saw where he caught a crossing route and he kind of did a move because he expected there to be a guy behind him. And then once he did the move, he turned to look upfield and noticed that there wasn't anybody in there, and he almost like threw his hands up, like, "What? Who's guarding me?" And then ran for a touchdown. What was up with the
Yeah,
Packers?
They're terrible.
Is this true, Ange?
But they were terrible last
they
year
were
too, right?
They were this week, but they're not in general. No.
Did you get to see the Bear Down Chicago Bears intro? Do you want me to play that
No,
again
I
for
didn't.
I didn't get to see it. I want to see it.
you? Okay, we can just keep talking.
Okay, hold
And,
on.
I'll have this
I'll
on.
figure out to go back first. Hold on.
Let's go ahead and have this in the background.
Oh wait.
Chicago Bears. That's you, Ange.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh,
Hold
you guys, it's on the YouTube. It's on
I
YouTube.
can't see any. Hold on.
That's all right. That's all right.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
wait.
not turning that on because it'll echo.
That's fine. That's fine.
There we go.
Just imagine it in your
So,
head. So going back to
know,
receivers.
a couple of things that I like seeing here is Michael Thomas, similar to Barkley, and those guys just had some bad luck. I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad to see them come back to form here.
Blast from the past with Barkley and Thomas being up here, and I especially like that since they're both on my team. But I mean,
Yeah,
it's always good to see players like that come back.
I like seeing Judy on there
Judy
too.
made
What
10.
they say he hasn't had a touchdown in 2 years
Something like
before
that.
Monday.
Yeah, something like that. I don't. He was hurt last year, and I don't think he obviously didn't catch a touchdown last year. But yeah, I mean this
Crackhead
list
Robbie
though.
Anderson, number 9.
Yeah, I think Duvernay and Anderson got picked up this week, so we'll see if those end up
Yeah,
being
I
good
picked up
pickups or not.
Anderson.
I think Jeremy got Duvernay, and once we get past the top 10, there's some names that there's still Waddle, there's still Evans, Gabe Davis is somebody that people liked, but I mean you've
That was a
got
surprise.
yeah
Mhm.
yeah he came out and lit it up. Jahan Dotson instead of
Yeah,
Terry McLaurin, that's kind of crazy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
Well,
Oh,
and talking
McLaurin
about
had a
Dotson,
touchdown, right?
oh did he? I
yeah,
didn't know that.
I thought he
I
did.
think so. Mm-hmm.
I think so, but Dotson had 2, right?
Is that what it was? Okay.
So
Yeah.
I think what's interesting there is, and I know we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but for rookie receivers, he was one of the no-name guys
Mhm.
coming into the season that wasn't, high up on a draft board, and he's week 1 up there in the top 12.
I mean, but Brian again, he keeps on making good moves. I feel like during the draft he kept on taking players that made sense, and he took Dotson. He's been sitting on Dotson this whole time.
Yeah.
Brian does he knows how to find the talent. I swear. But yeah, I mean Jefferson, Adams, Chase, Cup, Diggs, Pittman. Somebody that people were big on. It's just the laundry list of talented players. And then we move over to tight ends, and it's Travis Kelsey
Not the
dominating,
same.
and then a bunch of people that nobody started.
Yeah, this is the position that is widely different than the running backs or the receivers.
hmm Yep. Yeah, it's just unexpected.
May I ask a question?
hmm
What is this? What are we doing?
We're just chatting about the league, and then streaming it.
So we're just going through like positional.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna go through positions, talk about good players right now, talk about bad players, then talk about the league, or talk
Would you
about the
like to see
matchups.
that? Would you like to see that itinerary?
You have one?
Yeah.
It's a Google
Is
spreadsheet.
this a podcast?
You might get upset. It's kind of a podcast. The idea
We're on
was to start it
YouTube.
as a podcast,
We're,
but
we're streaming on YouTube.
I don't know how to do a podcast, so I just stream on YouTube instead.
No one watches YouTube,
No,
right?
I don't think so. We've got 2 people watching, and the 2 people might be me and somebody else.
It's me.
In this, it says me and you. Hey, at least we're having fun with it though.
I'm glad to represent the female gender in our poor man's podcast on YouTube.
and the Packers too. We love that you're
The
here,
Packers, I was very sad. I had a cookout, so I did not get to watch the game at all.
and that made you sad that
And
you
You had a
that
missed
was
that.
cookout to not. You had a cookout to not watch football.
no, I had a cookout, and so I couldn't watch the 3 o'clock games, the 3:30 games.
You want me to pull up the highlights from the game? We can watch it together.
No, thank you. Thank you for that.
There's
Okay.
only like 4, and it's not Green Bay.
There's a lot of Justin Jefferson doing the gritty.
It's bad because I have Justin Jefferson in my other league. So
You had that
it made me
you had that
upset.
heartbreak. Like, do I cheer? Do I not cheer? What do I do here?
Yeah. There was a dichotomy there for sure.
What you trying to say is all your good players are in your other league, not this league?
Yeah, definitely 100%. Mhm.
I have a question
Absolutely.
about that. All of you that have separate leagues, like, what is your favorite league?
Obviously this one.
So, like,
This
you
is the
This
thought
is
OG.
what
which
I
would
call the
be
league of record.
okay?
This is
I was
the
just
league of record.
I was just wondering, cause like there
Yeah.
was there was we did a couple leagues a couple times, and then like there's just too much, and then I didn't know if like I always thought like unless it's like an auction league or like dynasty league or something like that, like I couldn't I don't know how you guys have enough emotion to deal with multiple leagues of the same thing.
I was in 3 at one point, like this league and actually no 4. I was in 4
Oh.
at one point, I should say, and it makes it kind
Me
of
too.
tough. You just kind of have to. What I did is I just chose a league that I rooted for, and I kind of whenever I lost in this league, then I kind of chose the next league to root for. I guess maybe that's kind of
Well,
a way
the,
to
Four
word
was
it.
too
what
hard
I
for
didn't
me.
like,
I was so distracted.
Yeah, it
I
is
couldn't keep
distracting.
up with, like even injuries and setting lineups and things like that. 3 was manageable, but you definitely feel divided at that point. It seemed more
well,
like work.
Hey, we got
I
Jeremy in here.
hate
What's
the
up, buddy?
feeling of,
Oh, is that Jeremy?
What's
How do
going
you
on,
know?
fellas
Hey,
and
what's
ladies?
up, my man?
Sorry,
Hello.
I'm in the process of eating my dinner in between calls, so
Hey, I like it. I like it.
All
I like your
right.
I like your Cookie Monster picture too.
hey, thanks.
What about you, Jeremy? Have you ever been
Jen.
in multiple leagues?
Yeah, we did a couple years. We've done work ones, but people don't really pay attention much to them.
Yeah. Do you find it hard the conflict of interest to root for conflicting players or what have you?
Yes, and it's super hard to manage 2 teams at the
Oh
same
yeah,
time.
absolutely, man.
I, I just think it takes all the fun out of it if you're happy because a player got a touchdown in one league and then it goes against you in the other league. What it just takes the
Yeah.
fun, the joy out of it.
Yeah, it does make it hard. It was especially hard. It's hard enough for me whenever, with being such a big Bears fan, to have the conflict of rooting for players whenever the Bears are involved. For years I refused to take Packers. I mean, that one year actually, I was basically forced to draft Aaron Rodgers, and then I traded him to Chad before the
Who was that for? CJ Spiller?
for yeah some running back that failed, but I still
CJ
How do you
Spiller.
remember stuff like that?
Remember, John,
oh
those were their best years.
these guys always remind me of who I picked that failed. Danny's about to probably name the talk
New
about
England.
the time whenever I went to your house, Ange, and my entire season failed in the first half of
Oh,
the games because
was that Andrew Luck when he retired?
no, that was the other time.
Oh,
Don't worry about that one.
it was the first time you guys played. It was the first time
Oh,
you
I'm
guys played.
sorry. A different time.
Yeah, a different time. We went to your
Okay.
house, and I literally had my 2 starting running backs get hurt or fumble their job and get benched. That was
Oh, David Wilson,
see, I told you he'd name him. See?
neck guy, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yes, neck
Good-
guy.
Okay.
And who was New England that got benched?
I don't know, man. I can't even remember
was it
that one at
Ridley
this
or
point.
somebody like that?
It was Ridley. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I leave
Ridley,
it to
yeah.
you to know the guys that trolled my life.
I actually felt
Yeah.
bad for you. You ruined my Porkies that day. I think we got Porkies and we went out to Chad and Ange's and then you just cried.
I was a bit I
Ugh.
was a sourpuss on the couch. I was a little puddle of sadness.
That was sad. But no, that dude got to do like one flip in the NFL. Like he scored a touchdown, did one flip, and I think he was done.
That was
But
his thing. That was his thing is he would do a backflip whenever he got a touchdown. Although we assume because that's what he did the one time he scored. You're right.
that dude
But
broke his neck, right? Like,
something like that. Yeah, he had a neck injury. He never could come back. But
I mean that's terrible. Like, okay, I
Yeah,
look
I know.
like I'm like saying it again, but
you,
like,
you
no,
want
I
you want to
just
talk about Brian, your boy getting your boy succeeding because that guy got shot and how awesome that is.
no. I just wanted to point out that it would figure that it would happen to Brian of anybody.
Yeah, Brian's luck. But let's
I
talk
saw
about.
Robinson was practicing today.
What's up, buddy? He was practicing. Oh, you better trade him quick. Better trade him quick, Danny. Let's talk about the
What?
crappy players, though. Let's talk about the crappy players. Quarterbacks
Okay,
who,
so tight end.
yeah, every tight end except Kelsey, yes. But the quarterbacks who sucked this week that people started.
Wait a minute. We're talk about the crappy players?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Chad's team.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's a lot of Chad's team coming up here. That's for sure.
The entirety.
But people started in our league: Stafford, Lance, Brady, and Dak, and they did not perform. Anybody
What?
surprised by those guys? Any of those guys?
No.
I mean, they're kind
Stafford
of
a little bit. Stafford, I would say, is most surprising.
yeah.
Uh, they were just disorganized and flat from what we saw last year.
Oh yeah. And
But
Dak kind of sucked, but he got hurt on top of it. But he got hurt at the very end, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it wasn't until 3 minutes left, right?
something like
So,
that.
I
Yeah.
mean, he was bad all game.
And then I felt like with running backs, I felt like a lot of the high draft picks sucked this year. I mean, sucked this week. About half of
This
them.
week.
Like Eckler didn't have a great game. Henry didn't have a great game. McCaffrey, Kamara was not that good. Cook wasn't that good, right?
Right.
Uh, McCaffrey was fine, and he didn't. He had 30 yards. He didn't get credit for. So, give me 30 yards, and it'll be even better. He still got me
Yeah,
11.7 points.
Yeah.
how many?
11.7, and he should have had 3 more.
Oh yeah. He had that funky fumble that didn't count or something, right?
Yeah.
I think the trifecta of Najee and Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones for me was super surprising.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what's more surprising about that is not necessarily their inefficiency, but the usage of other running backs on those teams.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's same with Henry. You know, a lot of guys had more carries than you'd expect.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, didn't the backup in Tennessee get 2 touchdowns? I'm pretty sure.
Hillary, yeah.
20 points.
Jeremy knows full
Well,
well.
here's my question with this. Do you think that this is indicative of a trend in the NFL to go away from the stud running back?
I kind of wonder if it's just a 1 week kind of fluke. I want to see more of it. I mean, when I go back to the rankings, I don't think it's a surprise that the top 3 running backs were Saquon, Swift, and Jonathan Taylor. Like I think those are 3 of the most talented players in the game.
You have Saquon, don't you?
I do, yeah.
That's got to be reassuring.
Yeah, it was not. It was with how the rest of my team went. It was nice to have one bright spot. How about that?
Happy to see a little bright spot,
Yeah.
albeit on my bench.
And then yes.
But
And now when you start him, he's gonna suck.
yeah, that's guaranteed 100%. Just so we all know that's exactly what's going to happen. Absolutely, but you all know I'm going to put him in my starting lineup. So
You have to. But the biggest surprise to me was Cam Akers, because I mean the man didn't even get
that
carries.
was.
He didn't get any yards.
That was insane.
He got 3 carries.
Oh
though,
yeah,
right?
yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, he did get 3 carries, but like Henderson was the guy. Like I did not expect that. Holy crap.
Yeah, I think that was pretty surprising. You know, I think some of this is week 1.
Yeah.
And just how the game flow goes. You know, some of these turn into more of a passing type of tack because of being down or just how the game was going. So I expect it to level out some. I think I agree with Ange to some extent that there is a trend to go away from an RB1. I think they like, you know, having multiple running backs that they can turn to throughout a game and keep both of them somewhat fresh. But I do think that this will level out some from week 1 to stabilize more in the season.
I mean, I think didn't Dalvin Cook was the guy that usually in the past was like the guy. Didn't Madison get a lot of work too?
Yeah, but they didn't have any competition. I mean, they got up multiple touchdowns. Why? Yeah.
Okay.
They got up multiple touchdowns and their defense was shutting Green Bay down. So they just, I mean, look at Cousins. He didn't do anything in the second half.
Yeah.
Jefferson didn't do anything in the second half. You know, they just put it on cruise control essentially.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at the some of these guys here that were taken in the first round, Chubb and Swift, didn't. I think both of their backups, in Hunt and Jamal Williams, they both got 2 touchdowns. So,
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, the Chubb deal is interesting because Chubb still had over 100 yards, right?
oh yeah. Chubb and Swift both had
But
killer games themselves, but they were still, had some points siphoned away because of
yeah, I think
the
one of Hunt's
backups.
touchdowns came from a distance
Yeah,
in the passing game.
did it?
Um, I think we're kind of used to that with Chubb and Hunt at this point, aren't we?
Yeah,
Oh, they use both those guys quite a bit.
they do.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
what was surprising to me with Swift was Williams coming in to do the goal line work.
Yeah, that
Is what it
was
looked like.
unexpected. I mean, it makes sense because that's Jamal Williams is a bigger guy who's a more of a power guy, so I can see why they'd want to do that. But yeah,
Yeah.
and then you got in the second, the other top guys, Aaron Jones and Zeke Elliott. You saw Dillon and Pollard play just as much as those guys did, which was not. I don't know that I expected that much of a timeshare there.
Yeah, I'm a Dillon owner, so I may be a little biased on my opinion there, but I believe he outcarried and had more receptions than Jones in that game.
Yeah, I think he had like the most targets or receptions on the entire Packers team, but
Yeah.
it was not a good week for the Packers and Cowboys. So I don't know that you can really, well, the Packers, I don't think it's going to be indicative of what happens, but the
Right.
Cowboys on the other hand, that when you lose Dak, when you lose your quarterback,
Scary.
that might be what's indicative there. So
Yeah. Well, not only that,
Well,
but didn't
it's
they
not just the
lose yet?
quarterback, it's the offensive line.
yeah, yep,
And they
another
lost
lineman.
another starter, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it's I mean it's definitely whenever I
They're
kept
gonna be bad.
CD and whenever Ange drafted Zeke, we didn't think we were getting involved in this situation. We thought we'd have
Are you
Tyron Smith.
panicking?
What's that? Am I panicking?
Are you panicking?
I mean I'm not going to count on CD for a reliable production anytime soon. I mean
Are you benching him?
if Hopkins if I had DeAndre Hopkins right now, if he weren't suspended, probably CD would probably be on the bench.
Yeah.
I feel like
But it's
CD is comparable to like Brandon
Judy.
Cooks. Brandon Cooks right now, I'd say. Very similar situation to Brandon Cooks because it's just a bad offense with a bad quarterback now, but he's gonna be like the guy. So
But
that's
are you really surprised though? I mean, they were down at least two starting offensive linemen, and Dak has been hurt every year that he's been in the league.
I mean, this was kind of a fluky injury. Quarterbacks don't. I don't know. Quarterbacks. I don't really expect injury to happen usually. I mean, unless they're like RG3, like that really rely on the running. I don't feel like Dak's that kind of a runner. I think it was a fluky thing. Um,
Didn't he break
Ainge knows about RG3.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
didn't
Jen?
he break his hand, something with his hand a year or two ago?
Did
I
he?
know he had his
He
ankle
might have.
deal, but I
I don't
think he had a
know.
similar hand issue too.
I wonder if
I could be wrong.
is this like, how close is this to what happened to Russell Wilson? I haven't looked into it enough to know, but
Oh, is it his thumb? Is it a thumb thing?
it's a broken thumb
Yeah.
I
for
think
Dak.
so.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they had to put what a
Hey,
plate and pins into it.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
do you guys listen to the fantasy footballers?
Yeah.
Okay, did you
No.
hear them talking about the Bears game?
What'd they say about it? I can't remember.
I think it was Monday. And they were just talking about the Bears game in general. And they're like, everybody, I mean, the Bears, no one was excited about the Bears coming into the season.
Oh
They
no.
were expected to be terrible. And they went on this whole diatribe about like, yeah, you think we're gonna suck, but you didn't know about our secret weapon, the rain. We can control the weather. That's all we needed to do. And then they started talking about like it wasn't even the rain; they were like pumping it up from the
Pumping
ground.
water from the ground. I didn't. Now I know what you're
They,
talking about. Yeah.
they were literally just flooding the field. They're like, everybody thought they were going to be terrible. They did not know the secret weapon. Like that is so funny.
That was
If
pretty
you
good.
have time, go back and listen to that. I swear it was Monday, and
Yeah, I think it was. Those guys are
funny.
entertaining. Those guys crack me up.
What I loved about the analysis of the Bears Niners game was that the weather should have worked in the favor of the Niners more than anybody
Yeah.
else because of how
Yep.
they strong offensive line, strong running team. It should have worked in their favor, and it didn't.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And what's going on with the running backs there? Because for for me,
Niners.
Khalil Herbert, like
for the
who,
Bears.
who is that? Who is he?
Well, he came on. Well, so he was a rookie last year, right? And
Yeah.
was he a 4th round, 5th round pick, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
But he's more of your scat receiving back, but I think they like him more for the speed, flexibility that they want to implement into the game plan. I think it's going to be another, committee type deal with
Mhm.
Montgomery and Herbert through the whole season.
Yeah, it's going to be a committee, and I don't really know that it's going to be a very effective offense. So I kind of
Well,
they
what
might
did
hurt each
Montgomery
other.
do? Did he do anything?
I know
Montgomery did not.
I know Herbert scored, so I assume Herbert was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Montgomery. Here, let me pull it up because I played against him. He had 5 points, so he had 26 yards rushing on 17 attempts.
On 17
And
attempts, oh my gosh.
yeah, that's a 1.53 yards per carry, if you'd like to know.
Yeah.
And then 3 receptions for 24 yards.
Wow.
But on the other side of the field, that game was the Niners, and they lost Mitchell, their starting running back,
Yeah.
which I had, and that really hurt because he was looking like he might take that next step to be an elite player. I feel like anyway. He was looking really good. And
What was
but
his injury?
it's like a serious MCL sprain or something, and he's out for like 2 months.
Mm.
So yeah, but we'll get to the fallout of that later because that led to the highest waiver wire bid this week. But we also had other injuries though around the league. We had Keenan Allen going down. I haven't heard how long is he supposed to be out for.
I don't think they've said. They just said he's out this week, but I don't think they've said any further.
Kind of
That's
a week.
probably
Week to
only
week, you
because
said.
it's Thursday night.
It's a Thursday night game, so they weren't gonna rush him for Thursday night. So
Yeah, I know. Josh Palmer, a receiver for the Chargers, was also somebody that was taken with a decent amount of fab. So
Yeah.
but well, what's up with Najee Harris? Did he actually is he hurt or what?
He's hurt, but they
so.
said he's going to play.
I've heard he has like a Liz Frank, and then I heard it was like a high ankle sprain. I don't know.
Yeah. I heard both as well, and he said so. He didn't practice today, and then he said he's going to play this week. My
Mhm.
biggest concern is not giving him the rest he needs, and then it's just going to amplify the issue.
I'd imagine I don't think he'll last this season. I mean, I'd like to get Chad's input, but I think he's in a corner crying still. So, oh well, maybe next time.
I think he's downstairs watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's his favorite show.
Oh boy,
that explains so much. That's why he takes I don't know players that suck.
Maybe Downton Abbey. Is that still on?
Nah.
He cries. I have videos of him crying like a baby
For Downton
watching
Abbey.
Downton Abbey. Oh my gosh.
what?
I think Shannon used to watch that. So next time there's a show like that, we can have our wives get
tell her
together
to
and watch
invite Chad
together.
over. Oh yeah, he'd love to watch it.
That's like Pride and the Prejudice type stuff, right?
I thought you weren't you into that back in the day, Jeff?
Gosh,
What?
where did we go?
Down Abbey?
And Danny leaves. All right, we wanted to talk for a second about the rookies, so let's go ahead and chat about them. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of rookies this year, and some of those were potentially overdrafted, had rough weeks. How about
Yep.
Breece Hall not having the job? How about Dameon Pierce not having the job?
Yeah.
I mean, that
I-
is the
I
risk
thought,
you take, right? Like you know that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, but I thought this year more than some previous years, you had a lot of rookies coming in that had the hype of starting.
Mm-hmm.
Being at least having some impact immediately on their teams.
Yeah.
And I think you saw that in our draft too. A lot of rookies were taken earlier than they typically would be.
Yeah.
Brees
Sorry,
Hall is the big
podcast.
one, and I'm really surprised that he did not get more usage. But I don't know. Damian Pierce would probably be the second biggest one, just because the hype on that guy through preseason was ridiculous.
The problem is that the preseason hype gets to be to the point of ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
what gets skewed is, you know, preseason is not what's going to happen in the regular season. And it just, no, we can't ever learn our lessons every year
I wish
because
there
we
was
get
a way
caught up
to.
in,
I wish there was a way to determine what's the BS preseason crap
yeah.
and what's the real preseason stuff. Because I
Well,
mean,
and
like,
I think too, if you have any sort of a dynasty league, you have to always be thinking about the future. And so, I think for me, it's who has the most potential to take over the starting role. Like, there's going to be a Jonathan Taylor again.
yeah,
Yeah.
I could see Brees Hall down the road being a dominant player. I could easily see that. I think he's very talented.
It's just timing.
Yeah, I mean,
And I think it is also like how long you're willing to let those players sit on your bench and not give you any production and be okay with it.
Yeah, yeah.
and it does depend on the position. Some of those are easier to come into, and I think what they typically say running back is the easiest to transition to the
Hmm.
pros.
Right.
But I think it's situation too. I mean, obviously, there's hype based around preseason because they're seeing productivity, and that's scouts or analysts or whoever. They're seeing good things, but is that against twos? Is that against threes? I mean, we don't
Right.
necessarily get to hear that, but
Yeah.
there's something there. I, I think it depends on their current situation how soon they're going to have an impact.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I
that's for
play in
sure.
But
2 leagues because it's fun. And like this week, so Bella is playing fantasy football for the very first time. And week 2, I'm playing against her.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that's amazing. So I got 2 kids now playing fantasy football.
That's a good mom right there.
Yeah.
But let's jump from the NFL to our league specifically and talk about how that first week went. I mean, I think the top story is Danny Boy coming out just dominating with a high
Yep.
score that nobody was even close to really when it comes down to it. 138. What do you have to say for yourself, Danny?
Young Ho Koo.
You
Do
did
you
you
get minus 6 points for that attempt, or is it minus 3?
for which one? For what?
Or Young Hoku trying to kick a 60-yard field goal at the
-1.
end?
I think it's only
It's
minus
-1
one.
if necessary.
Oh, it's just -1. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
I will. Danny did get 29 points from his defense and kicker, so I'm just gonna point that out.
Bullshit.
But Danny came out dominating, so I mean, I thought he was kind of one of the favorites, if not the favorite. So he showed out, so he's setting the pace for everybody, that's for sure. And on the flip side,
I think what struck me on our league this week was, you either scored 100 points or you scored 50.
oh yeah, or you
Well,
score
only one
138.
person scored 50.
Who was
Only
that,
one
Chad?
person scored 50.
Yeah,
Was that
Everybody else
Chad?
was
that was
70,
Chad.
70s or hundreds.
Yeah, good old Chad came out and peed in his big boy pants is what happened. I mean, this guy put up a rough score, and oof. We gonna dive into Chad now? Wait,
We
that
can.
didn't come out right.
Is now the time? We may need to warm up to that a little bit more. 'Cause I think there's a whole lot of Chad to talk about.
Chad
Ugh.
definitely had the low score on the week, but so he's setting the pace just like Danny setting the pace for the Boucher. Chad's setting the pace for the Succo. Let's just say that much. Keep that.
So Chad spent $33 on Jeff Wilson.
Yes, yes. Hey, before we jump to that, hang on one second. We also had the game of the week,
Yes,
and
which I believe I got right.
Okay, the winners for the game of the week were, I chose myself because I feel like I had to, was Ange, Jeremy, and Brian. So congrats to Jeremy. Congrats on
Called it,
believing in me. Ange, congrats on believing in me. I'm here for you guys.
of course.
Okay.
Mhm.
What's our prize?
John, I
You get a
don't think you
point.
should get a point for betting on yourself.
Oh yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, if you don't vote for yourself, you need to get the heck out of town. What you get, by the
Yeah,
way,
well-
Jeremy, we are going to have at the end of the year, we're going to add up all of the points for getting the game of the week right, and whoever has the most points will get like $5 or $10 out of the pool. So
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're seeing that.
so you will get money if you keep on picking right like that. Just remember to
Hell
pick,
yeah.
pick the 2-time when he's up. Then the closest match was actually James and my match. The game of the week came down to the Monday night game, and I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie, but I ended up holding on there. The closest one was actually was it Brian and Joe, who all had the second and third highest scores this week. So I mean, Brian, Joe, and James barely lost. They could have won if they played different starters. And Ange, I'm pretty sure you could have won if you had played the right starters.
I don't think so. I think it would have been really close, and that was frustrating because I
You played a
changed
lot of
my
terrible
lineup
people in your
right
starting lineup.
before the game started. I talked myself out of it. I
well,
really, really want to believe in Olave.
I mean, so you got 4.9, you got 1, you got a running back at 4.9, and you got a receiver at 1. If you would have put
Mike Williams gave one.
Yeah, Mike Williams had a
Yeah.
terrible week. If you would have put
Jeez.
Cordero Patterson in there and Jamal Charles, that's like
I don't
Jamal?
have Jamal Charles.
oh, who's this
Nope.
one? Jamal Jamal Charles. Jamal Williams. How about that?
So, but here's my point, because I wasn't ever going to start him. I took out Cordero Patterson right before the game started. So I'm just basing it on that. Like, I still would have lost if I would have put him in. If I would have left my lineup alone, that's fine. But I try not to do the, like, if I would have set the perfect lineup, because I'm not going to, like Mike Williams, I just would not have made that call.
So what is it? This is 13 points right here. And on the if you would have put these two in your lineup instead, that is 20. That's 35. So 35 minus 13 is 23 or 22.
I would have won.
You would have won. So I just wanted to point that out.
I mean, I know that, but you know what? It's fine because it's week 1, and I'm not gonna tilt after week 1. Everything is fine.
Jeremy,
are you glad
that Ange doesn't know how to set a lineup?
Sucks to suck.
Yeah. You would know.
All right. I really don't want to divert attention away from Ange, like, being terrible at setting a lineup. But, like, how in the world do you leave that many points on your bench? And Christy is the one who is least efficient.
Hey, where's Christy? I mean, look at Christy's score here. She got a 2.7, a 0.5, a 4.6, and on Christy's bench, what do we have? Kareem Hunt. Why does she have Marlon Mack on her bench? What? Miko Hardman, Jerry Jeudy.
Alvin Kamara did terrible, as did T. Higgins. Okay. And our tight end did nothing.
Okay,
I mean, I think this was
somebody
just week 1.
Somebody tell Christy that if an NFL team cuts a player, you should also cut that player. What were you saying, Ange?
What's funny about that is the 49ers just signed Marlon Mack.
Week 1 stupidness.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, we love trolling, so we're gonna troll.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I mean, if I'm correct, she has more points on her bench than I do.
I think.
Yeah, that's my point. Like,
am I wrong?
Yeah, doesn't the app show who had the most points on the bench? Is that what you're talking about, Danny?
Oh, I don't.
Like the phone app, right?
If you go to the awards or whatever, like, they have a least efficient, most efficient, etc.
Oh yeah, they might on
Where
there
are
actually.
awards?
Yeah, in the league chat, it should have it, but I'll pull it up on my screen here. Where is it? Where is the waivers like that at? Below expectations. Chad was the Mr. Projection by 40%.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, here it is. Worst manager. It's Christy. I see. I found it.
Yeah.
Christy is the worst manager, so congratulations, Christy.
Yeah. I would have been second. But that's okay. It's week 1, Christy. You cannot control what these idiots do.
All right, let's chat about the waivers. How about that? Well, actually, before we talk about waivers, there was a trade. Ange lost Dak, and not Ange. Maggie lost
Nope.
Dak and decided to trade with Jeff. She swapped Mooney for Dak straight up. Any reaction to that? Any thoughts on that?
Well, it was Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins for me.
God,
What
you
did I
need
say?
to get you need to get these right, man.
Oh, apparently I wrote it down wrong. Okay, yeah, Kirk Cousins for Mooney.
She traded for Dak Prescott after he got hurt?
I wrote it down wrong.
No.
Jeff could have corrected the sheet. Why did you correct the sheet, Jeff?
I was focused on the Chad stuff, not the trade.
That's right. Yes.
You guys seriously write an agenda?
Yeah. Here.
Yeah.
Put it on my screen. Here's our addendum.
Is that a spreadsheet?
Imagine that it's in Excel.
Spreadsheets.
What's up with the spreadsheet?
Spreadsheets rule. I mean, like
Do
we
you
did bold that Chad seems to be the early Succo favorite. Just want to
I
point that
did
out.
bold that.
Okay,
I did bold that.
quick question. Do you guys work for a living?
Yeah.
On spreadsheets.
I'm
spreadsheets.
literally struggling to get in a podcast every day.
Every day.
I mean,
Oh, you listen to one
I-
every day?
I try to.
Oh.
oh, I
It's not
thought
Never
you
get a
meant
full
I
episode
thought you
in.
meant you were struggling to open one because of the technology was so hard for you. Okay, I follow. I got you.
That is always a challenge. Yes, that's a given. You know why? You know what's okay? This is what I want to say about this. When you listen to a podcast and it ends, it goes to the older episode and not the newer episode.
Is that the problem?
Who designed that?
Is that
That's
why
so
you
silly.
drafted Patterson?
And he's amazing. Thank you very much. He's on the top 10 for running backs this week, isn't he? So suck it.
Week 1.
The fact he was on
Week
my bench
one,
is my fault.
And on your bench.
That was my fault. But he did really, really well. Thank you for noticing.
All right, let's move on to the waiver claims because that's really
Wait, you didn't like my trade?
Wait,
I like getting Mooney.
okay. We'll stick on it.
I'm back on that because I would like to look at Maggie's team and see because she gave you Mooney, right? So
There you go, bud.
He also just picked up a quarterback too.
Yeah, she also spent some money on Jameis Winston, who had an amazing Jameis Winston-esque quote in the post-game interview. That was
It hurt
hilarious.
all over. We just had to keep grinding.
It was fantastic. Highly recommend you look that up. He's like I got hurt and I toughed through it, and then the interviewer's like, oh, where'd you get hurt? And he like didn't know what to say, and he's like, oh, I hurt all over, man. I hurt all over. It was great. And Michael Thomas is standing next to him like, yeah, sure. I don't know what this guy's talking about anymore right now, but sure, okay. But yeah, I mean that trade. I mean Ange, gosh dang it, Maggie needed to do something. I mean with losing Dak, so I get it. You know.
I needed a flex player, so it kind of worked.
Mm-hmm. But now you got to rely on Russell Wilson, and are you okay with that?
Wow.
With how he looked?
Probably the same level of comfort with Kirk Cousins. I mean, Wilson, that was a terrible game. He still gave me, 20 points?
Oh, did he? I was hoping
Yeah.
it'd be a lot less than that.
No.
Oh, man. I like seeing you squirm.
no, you're thinking of Aaron Rodgers. I think he ended up with 3 points.
How did that dude get 20 though? Like
He had a couple bombs down to Judy, long touchdowns.
oh, okay.
He still put up a lot of yards.
Let's ride.
Who did you trade her?
Kirk
You
Cousins.
traded her, Russell. Oh no.
No, Kirk Cousins. I still have Russell Wilson.
So now
Okay.
Maggie, her quarterbacks are Kirk Cousins and Jameis Winston, since she spent up on him in Fab. Do you want to jump to Fab now, or are we done talking about Jeff's very meh trade?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
we're
done
good.
with that. I'm done with that.
So,
How much?
It
How
did-
much did she spend on him?
well, waivers went through. We had
$17.
17 on Jameis. We had 13 players picked up, and 95 Fab dollars spent. That seems like a lot to me.
17 on
that's good point.
Jameis.
Jameis went for 17. There was a bidding war big time for what Jeff Wilson. There were 5 bids for Jeff Wilson. Well, I mean, Jeff bid 0, so does that really count? I guess I'm not sure. I put 9 up there. Maggie went 12. Brian went 17, and then Chad went 33.
Due diligence. That's funny. I
I
like
didn't
that.
want the guy, but I felt like I needed to put something in.
Who are you gonna drop for him?
Zamir White, I think.
Who is that?
How many times are you going to drop that guy and pick that guy back up? Jeez.
Hang on, give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, $17 for Jameis. That was a little bit. I didn't think he that
Nobody
they needed that much. But
tried for that though.
Jalen Warren, the backup for Najee, which might be a really good pickup because
Yeah.
again, like I don't think Najee's gonna last.
Jeff, with your 0 bids, you just think like no one's paying attention.
How many 0 bids
My-
did Jeff throw out there? 1,
I mean, I'm on 2. This is
2.
just 2.
6.
6 0 bids.
6
6.
0 bids.
0
I think-
bids.
I didn't care enough to actually put money on anybody, but if one went through, I was okay with it.
For Zamir or Zeri or whatever.
Yeah, I don't
And
care to
then
have him on my.
Jeremy got the Baltimore receiver who caught. Did he catch 2 touchdowns or 1?
2, I believe.
So that could be something.
Jeremy loves like those teams that are like this could be the new Hollywood Brown.
Didn't you spend up to get Hollywood Brown whenever he was a rookie and he blew up that first week as well, Jeremy?
Yeah, I believe
thought
so.
So he's your new Hollywood Brown. Let's call him Hollywood Duvernay. How about that?
Sounds good.
The closest.
Well, you know, I got Lamar. I got Lamar anyway, so now I got the wide receiver QB combo.
Tell your boy Lamar to throw him to Mark Andrews more for me, would you?
All right.
And then the closest bid was for Taysom Hill. Danny and Christy literally tied for that, and then Chad was missing out again with his $3 bid.
Oh, this is the one you wanted, Chad. This is the one you needed to get.
Tell me, I think you texted that Christy's pissed to me or something like that. Tell me about how that went down. Tell me the backstory of that one, Danny.
So I was like, she sent me a message today, I think, or yesterday, and she's like, I was like, oh, Kamara, that sucks. He's like, that fucking Taysom Hill, he's taking him. And I was like, you're right, that dude did take him a lot. So then I went in and put my bids in, and I wasn't even thinking about it. And then I put in like 5, then I put in 6, and then I was like, no, I need to put in 7. And the only reason I got him is because I think it's reverse draft order.
Yeah, it came down to a tie, which is reverse draft order.
And I was toward the ends. And then I get a fuck you message, like, during a meeting today that we were both in. And I was like, what is going on? And she's like, how did you get this guy? And I looked, and then I figured that was it. I double checked, and then it is true, Christy.
That is funny.
Taysom Hill. She doesn't want to trade for him though. She doesn't like him that much.
So now you can't let him go ever. Like when he goes out and he doesn't even play next week, you can't cut him because you know Christy wants him.
No, like that's gonna be my bye week tight end, and that's what I'm going with.
There you go.
That's not your second player in your Aaron Jones offers.
No, that was the second player in some Aaron Jones offers.
What I think is hilarious is you have Travis Kelce and then you spend $7 to get him. That's like the cherry on top.
Dude, he plays like 8 positions. Like when you do it all, I'm on that train, baby. Let's see what happens
What?
next week.
But you can't start him in other positions.
But do I
Well,
get points if he catches them in other positions or not?
but Cordero Patterson last year, though, he was registered as a running back wide receiver combo, and you could play him at both.
Taysom was for a while as well, right? Receiver and quarterback, but they
Yeah.
put they cut that out.
He's
Yeah.
a,
I
he's a
think that
tight
was
end
because he was
now.
quarterback,
So
though, wasn't it?
he's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tight end.
That's whenever somebody
Yeah.
got hurt and he was literally the quarterback for.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think as a tight end, I could see him doing, tight end wide receiver or something.
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, Taysom could end up being kind of a cool little fantasy player because he's technically a tight end. So you put him in your tight end slot, and he might end up being like the goal line quarterback. They might do wild kite every single time still, or whatever the heck they do.
Like a gimmick thing, right?
Yeah, gimmick thing. Yeah.
If there's to be a gimmick player, whose team should he be on?
No, I don't. No.
My team.
No.
I'm amazing. This is my it's my
I don't
unicorn.
understand it, but okay.
I got him. That's all that matters.
Going down the list, we have a lot of other little players. I will point out, I mean, Chad did get Josh Palmer, which I heard a lot of people talking about. A couple kickers got swapped out. I did pick up both of the other two rookie running backs for San Francisco because I kind of wanted those lottery tickets because I kind of think Jeff Wilson might not be the guy. Something tells me that he's just old, burned out, and sucks. But I could be wrong.
Well, that would be ideal.
So
That would just be the.
I'd love nothing more than to see Chad bid on Jeff for Wilson for $33, and then it means nothing.
$33.
That would be hilarious.
A third of his fab in week 1. I love it.
I,
He
on
needed
the
it,
other hand,
though.
bid on no one because I forgot that waivers were a thing. So I missed out. And now I'm reminded that waivers are a thing.
First thing on Wednesdays at 11.
So if you could,
The more
if
you
you
know.
had the DeLorean, like what players would you bid on?
Who would you have gone for? Yeah.
You would have gotten them.
If you were a good fantasy football player and paid attention to things, who would you have bid for?
That's hard to imagine because clearly I'm not. So that's a real solid hypothetical.
Anybody catch your eye?
No, not really.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, not really. I have a lot of questions about my team, but I have very few answers. So I think next week for me is going to be the key.
Well, your team, you do have a lot of. So let's jump into overall how teams are looking. And there were 4 teams I think who had really low scores this week. They were Chad, Ange, Christy, and Maggie. I really think that you and Christy had really high bench scores, so I think you can make up for that and get into the running with your bench players. And I think Maggie had a bad showing for Dak and a few other bad. I think Maggie can jump into there too, but Chad.
I agree because I don't think she has a bad team at all. I think Chad's team is terrible, and I would be really, really worried if I were him.
Yeah. I mean that's Chad's team. He had just about everything that could go wrong. I mean, Lance was a risk reward player and he bombed. Najee got hurt and didn't really play well. Robinson is the same Robinson that was on the Bears. Marquise was nothing. Did Komet even have a catch? I don't think so.
I don't think he did.
0 for 1.
He got Akers down here. His first pick didn't even play him, and he's not playing him again. So I don't know. I mean,
and okay, this is the thing that pisses me off the most. You have 2 defenses, and you play the wrong one. It makes me absolutely crazy beyond belief that people in this league have 2 and 3 defenses at all times,
and they play the wrong ones.
I hate it. I hate it so much. It should be illegal.
I played the wrong one this week too.
Let's not distract. He also has ETN, and that guy is the backup to another player. So Chad is really good at drafting backups. But anyway,
yes, he is.
Go back to your defensive rant.
No, I was done.
Okay. I'm sorry.
done.
I didn't want to miss out on a chance to dump more on Chad. So.
No, I've got plenty there. I mean, where do you want me to start?
Literally the worst
Good.
start, the worst week 1 we've ever had in the league, isn't it?
I mean, that's the yeah. It's week 1 where like you have the hopes and dreams and like, whoo.
It's
Here's
You
my
know-
question:
you know-
Does Chad still hold the record for the lowest score?
Oh, the
Christy
38 wasn't it 38 or something?
Who does?
Christy had a 35.
Oh no, Christy! Come on, why do you take these?
Oh.
Why does Christy take these beautiful things away from me? We had Chad with 38.
Mine. Oh, it's so great though.
You know
I
what
forgot.
though, Chad called me last night, and I answered the phone. I didn't say anything. And he's like, Jeff? And I said, how sad are you about your team? And he goes, well, that's not why I was calling you, but God damn it, I may have the worst team ever in the history of our league. And there's nothing I can do about it. Because I don't have
Oh.
anybody I can trade. I don't have anything I can do. So I'm just gonna have to fucking sit here and deal with it. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. Good luck to you.
I mean,
That's actually fairly accurate.
he's
So
got
we'll
a
give
lot
him
of
that.
handcuffs. He can trade all of his starters are other people's handcuffs, and they would really value those players. So, you know.
Well,
I mean,
at least the zebra wouldn't have far to travel.
that's
This year,
true.
then.
That's very true. That's very true. I
I
mean,
want you to know it's still in my car, so it just literally goes everywhere with me.
Hey, wait. Go back to the rankings this week.
the rankings for this week.
Yeah, go all the way down. Go all the way down.
Oh, the standings. Yep.
Oh my gosh, that would be the most amazing thing ever. Like, so if 11 and 12 had to sucko together, that would be
Yeah,
cool.
I just do that.
Well, so what odds are we giving Chad to get the sucko right now?
Oh man,
I think he's got to be the odds-on favorite.
I think so. Are we talking like it's like a 50-50 chance? Are we talking like
no,
he's got 25% chance, or what are we saying?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I
I'm
think
going
after
60-40.
week 1. Oh,
I was going 33.
I was
like
going
33.
40% chance, but maybe he's got a 38% chance.
That is very fitting. I
Dude.
like that.
That dude. Oh, I feel so bad for him too. You know he loves this stuff. And now he can't talk to any of us because he just knows what's coming.
Well, he calls Jeff, and
Yeah.
it doesn't even want to talk about fantasy, but that's where Jeff goes. So yeah, he can't
Gosh dang.
he can't
Have you
chat with
seen that
anybody.
dude
How do you not talk to that guy about his team after that week 1 performance?
Oh, you have
That's
to.
the entirety of the problem is he doesn't want to talk about football.
Maybe. Well,
What are you
yeah.
talking about? That's why you suck.
Have him tune into this shit because I tell you what, we know what's up.
He's downstairs watching soap operas and sleeping. I'm sure of it.
Oh man.
I don't know what to do there.
I'm sending him a trade offer right now.
And you should take the camera downstairs just so we can see it all.
You watch it.
Oh,
I love to see that beautiful face of his.
All right.
While Angie's
Hold
doing that, I will say, Jeremy, I was a little surprised in your score. I thought you were one of the more favored teams in the league. You know, maybe it's just I'm sure it's just a 1 week thing, but
Well, Derrick Henry,
yeah,
very much was disappointing, and
that
Still
man
93
crapped the
points.
bed.
Still 93 points. I mean, that's,
Yeah. If that's a bad week, I'd take that. With how my team looks right now, I think there's a good chance I do not reach 93 points a few times.
I mean, I was still
hopefully
20 points
this week.
projections and stuff. So
Yeah. So who's everybody's favorites? Top three favorites.
Give
There's old
me.
penis head.
Oh, look at that guy. He's got his hands over. He's like, is he crying? Is he crying right now?
He's sleeping. He's sleeping at his desk.
Are you looking up fantasy football stats?
Yeah. Are these highlights from your team from last week?
He's reading
That should
about
be
Kelly
super quick.
Clarkson.
He's watching
Literally
Cam
Kelly
Akers.
Clarkson.
He's watching Cam Akers' college film.
Well, there's no NFL film for him to watch, so I mean, it's got to be college.
Right.
That's true. Aye.
Chad, how do you feel about your team this
What?
year?
Oh, I got a lot of work to do. I'm not bullshitting you guys. I got a lot of work to do. I'm going uphill all season. Wow. I mean,
Wait,
I just need to quit making bad decisions. I mean, yikes. I mean, 1/3 of my fab on Wilson? What am I doing? I lost my mind last night. I lost my god dang mind. Jeff Wilson's going to save my sorry ass team.
Dude, who's your favorite player right now, though? On your team?
What?
Who's your favorite player on your team right now?
Right, Jeff
No,
Wilson.
I like Najee Harris, but I mean, is he even going to play?
Who said
why did
who
it
said
go
probably
away?
Jeff Wilson? Oh my God.
I can't. I just.
Why
My
aren't you?
spirits all broke, dude. I'm just.
Hey.
Like my fantasy heart, dude. I got a giant Band-Aid on that thing. Dude, I don't even know. I'm just sitting here looking at the news. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, before you go, I need Daryl Henderson's handcuffs. Could you send me an offer for Cam Akers?
Yes, because you have the actual starting running back for the Chargers. Did I lose? Was I at the draft? Did somebody else actually draft my team?
You can't win at the draft, but you can definitely lose.
The ghost of Chad. I don't know what happened.
Why didn't you take Swift, Chad?
I don't know why I didn't.
It was golf. It was golf, right? Too much golf, too much booze.
Blame it on Jeff and that damn golf. No more. I gotta get
It wasn't even my
right.
idea.
No,
was
it,
John's idea to
it
play
literally
golf.
was your idea. I was gonna go to like
drug me out there and threaten me if I didn't go that you would kill me.
I wanted to go to like a gosh dang par 3 course, and Jeff's like, let's go to the orange and blue course and play 18.
Oh, I know how competitive Jeff is. It was Jeff that wanted to play 18 holes. He probably would have tried to play 36 holes if we let him.
We're having fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hey, I did have fun.
It was great, and the fun continues because I'm enjoying this right now.
No, I'm sure you are. Yeah, you guys just have fun.
I got tears in my eyes.
Enjoy my misery. I'm not miserable though. I'm still optimistic. That's how crazy I am. I lost my damn mind. I think fantasy just messed me all up. Dude, I think I'm in a fantasy world. Like
Oh, you're optimistic. Tell me how do you right the ship? What happens for you to get back into the swing
my
of things?
players play right.
Oh, who specifically?
Do something that they
Who
were
specifically?
actually supposed to do.
You yelling at?
I don't know.
Calm down. You're gonna have a stroke. You're old.
No.
Oh my God!
It's just gonna. I don't know what it's gonna do to me. I actually don't know what it's gonna do to me.
Chad, listen.
It's supposed to be a source of enjoyment and happiness, Danny.
Well, he's winning. Don't look at him.
I know.
Oh, he's enjoying this right now.
His team's a juggernaut. He named it something cute. Like he's got a cute name for his team now. Great. Good job. Love you guys.
All right, later, buddy.
Chad, just remember.
What?
Think of it as a rebuilding season. I won the Succo 3 years in a row, and I'm still here. I'm still good.
Well, okay, Jeremy, that's true. So yes, okay. So
Think of it this way.
Encouragement, first of all, and I'm gonna hang in there, buddy. Just you set the example, and I got to rally, buddy.
I can't wait to see who you spend a third of your fab budget next
Okay.
week.
Now I spend no more money.
Oh
Goodbye,
God!
Chad.
That was the best cameo in the history of ever. That was
There you
amazing.
go.
That was
There you
so
go.
worth it.
Oh man. All right, let's look ahead here at next week.
Hi, Jeff. Oh, I want to show them my cup.
Hey, what's going on?
Guys, look, I have a cup. Look, it's cows with strawberries.
This is football. What are
That's
you
amazing. That
doing?
cows with strawberries. That's amazing.
I
No.
play fantasy football.
Wait, well, kind of.
So we did have on the itinerary a possible Volite Succo championship.
That's
No,
that's a
that's not going to happen.
possibility.
That's way too early. The fact that's even being discussed just shows that you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Let's put odds on it. What do we think the percentage
Ooh,
of
I mean, like,
You can put all
probability
the odds
are?
on it that you want, but even everybody knows that the times that I have failed to really succeed has not been my fault. It's not been in poor management.
RG3, muscle
It's not,
hamster.
it has not been that.
What
I have
happened last year?
those things.
What happened last
recently
year?
Doug
got
Martin.
struck with injuries and COVID, and everyone
Doug
knows
Martin.
that. Thank you.
This
Oh,
seems
you
like
know what?
denial.
You know what? I just changed my mind. Change your team name to Muscle Hamster.
I will never change my team name. That is blasphemy, and it will not happen. You guys who
We've
change
all
your
done it.
names, just whoever.
We've all done it.
I drafted so and so. Now I gotta change my name. Like who? What's your identity as a fantasy football player?
I kept your namesake. I kept the idea behind your name. I mean,
It's not the idea behind the name. It is the name. That is who I am.
yeah,
I will bury your
you
cock
can't win
in
and you
me
got
for
corn
a
in your
year, Ange.
I
Bury
think
your
you
cock in
like
me for a
people.
year. I didn't
That's
have a
why
choice
you
in it.
wanted to name
I
your
honor the
team.
punishment.
Who chose bury your cock in me? Was that? Did I get to choose that?
You wanted it.
No, I believe that was
I think it was Jeremy.
it was me. I had a little
Nice.
help if you can't believe that.
Nice, Jeremy.
Wait.
Nice. That
Dude.
came up in the message board the other day, and I laughed at work, and somebody came and checked on me.
I heard that. So
I did it for a year. You need to change your name.
The
It's part of the
rules
punishment.
are you are supposed to change your name. So I mean, I think there's a reason why you lost week 1 because you're pissing off the fantasy gods by not following the rules. I'll just throw that out
Shit.
there.
Nate was the first one to name somebody, and it was Sucko Bitch.
Yeah, that was unexpected. Nate was
That's
trying to come
true.
up with somebody's name, and he's like, I don't know.
So this,
how about I
just
suck
think
at fantasy
think of this
football?
name change deal in honor of Nate.
Yeah, that's what you need to think about. Because he won, and you haven't.
There's gonna be 2 Volites that have strokes.
Somebody call an
I
ambulance.
will not. I'm calm.
Wambulance.
I'm in charge of my emotions.
I'm on the other side of the county, so I won't be responding.
A wambulance.
I do. I would call a wambulance. Yes, I would.
All right. So next week we have 2 1-0 versus 1-0 matchups. We've got Jeff and me taking each other on, and then we have Tyler and Danny taking each other on. 2 of the heavy favorites, I feel like. I think we
It's
probably
Danny and Tyler. Danny and Tyler after their preseason trade.
Yeah, they
it's
also
gotta
have the
be them for
preseason trade.
the
Yeah.
matchup.
What do you guys who do you guys think should be the game of the week? I kind of feel like it should be Tyler and Danny because they're 2 of the favorites.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Are they playing each other?
Yeah, they play each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got 2 of the lowest teams too, though.
Yeah, we also have 2
Christy versus Chad.
Yeah, where's that
Okay, we're not going to start striving and rooting for mediocrity here,
at?
right?
Well,
Oh no,
I
no.
mean,
Hilarity though, yes.
I like to be like just give options. That's all. Think about everything.
I think with one of the biggest trades we've had, I don't know about the biggest trade, but that's a big trade. So
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
being preseason,
Massive
that
trade.
being preseason, and
That sounds
going
good to
into
me.
week 2, I think you guys got to be the game of the week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree. I
That's
mean,
my vote.
I'll add the poll now then, and that's who we'll go with though for the game of the week. But yeah, I mean that's all I had on the docket to talk about. But I mean we can keep on chatting if you guys want, or if anybody else has anything
I
else
just want to
bring up.
clarify. I want to clarify. If I change my name, is this the official punishment?
Well, what's the name though? I don't know what the name is. There's been a few names.
Verona.
If Verona can't win,
Verona punch corn in my
Verona
shit.
can't.
Verona can't win. Corn in my shit.
It's that one. That one.
That one, yes.
Corn in my
Corn
corn in my shit. Corn in my shit.
Yes.
You live by
say it one
corn-
more time. Say it one more time for me. Let me make sure you're pronouncing it right.
Don't forget the can't. Just real quick. Whisper it.
Is this going to be your ASMR when you go to sleep tonight? You're going to just have that on replay. Verona can't win. Corn in my shit. I can't. It sounds like I can't win corn in my shit.
I do think that we need to have a real punishment.
Okay, this is like another thing.
What?
So
She's breaking up real bad, right?
Yeah, we can't understand you.
sorry.
We can hear you now, though. It's just delayed.
All I'm saying is I feel like one punishment is reasonable. If you would like to change my name to something juvenile like corn in my shit, that is fine.
Yes, we
But
would.
we absolutely
I want
do.
to be punished and be done. Punished and done.
No,
Punished and done.
I feel
Not
like
repeated
yes,
punishment.
yes. I feel
Well,
like
Sounds
you're.
sex stuff.
That's
I will
like
say
a league-wide punishment.
The
I want
league-
like a get together and watch punishment.
the league-wide punishment has been for a while. You have to change. The winner gets to choose the loser's name. But we've tried to kind of step it up the game a little bit as well. It's been tough to kind of figure something out that everybody's good with. I will say, your zebra facts all off season was a step in the right direction. I feel like you kind of set the bar for sucking. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And for what needs to.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna emphasize it again. 24 hours in the pancake house.
Dude, I was gonna
And
say
every
the same
pancake,
thing. I'm so on board
every
with that.
pancake you eat.
That will never
that would be
happen.
hilarious.
First of all, I hate
Hey,
pancakes and I will never do
Mary
them.
Ann's would
How
be
do
a
you
perfect
hate
place for that.
pancakes?
Like,
Do you like
Pancakes are
waffles?
amazing.
I don't like pancakes ever. Never.
Waffles?
Never.
Waffles?
I will sit there forever.
If you had to do that, how many
24
pancakes
hours.
do you guys think you could eat to reduce
10.
the time? 10?
I could eat 10.
I think I think 10.
I
Yeah.
think
Not all at once, but I could stagger 10 in there. In
I
that
feel like I
period.
could do more than 10 over like a 24-hour period.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I
do
feel-
you
I-
really-
Over 24 hours?
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
I could
yeah.
do
Yeah.
I could do 10 in like 5 minutes.
but for every pancake you eat, it takes an hour.
Yeah.
to
It takes an
make.
hour off.
I think
so
I
like,
eat,
so if
eat
you
10
do a
before I feel
dozen,
terrible.
so I guess that means could you do a dozen pancakes in 12 hours?
But that's the thing. Do you want to sit there
Yeah.
for 12 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to sit there for 10 hours. So I would be down with this if it wasn't so long.
That's what she said.
It's up to you. It's up to you how long it is.
It is up to you, but like I also think though, like if you were to do this, then maybe it's not too awful much at this point. But you're not gonna get everybody to come over. But like, what if you had 24 hours in a pancake house? You lose an hour for every pancake that you eat, or waffle, or like, can you come up with something? Do you like a crepe or anything?
Like a French pancake.
Anyway,
No.
But
no.
like, if anybody in the league came to cheer you on for eating the pancakes and then ate a pancake themselves, maybe it added to your total.
Yeah, what if you
Okay.
did 24 hours, but yourself and any visitors that came and ate pancakes removed an hour?
I think I think the Christy wants to know why the matchup between her and Chad wasn't picked.
Oh, honey, because
Because
it's obvious that Chad's
Chad
gonna lose.
is trash.
Congrats on
Yeah.
your hey! Congrats her on her win on a already. Like, congratulations, you're 1-1.
Congrats
Yeah.
on your week 2 win. All
One and
of
one.
us on the stream.
1-1.
100%.
Dude, we just voodooed Christy to go lower than Chad. That is going to be interesting now in itself.
I really want. I'm rooting for a new low this week.
A
That
new
would be
low.
nuts.
That'd be
Yeah.
fantastic.
What if we beat 35?
That would be great.
Ooh, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
What Chad get
So
this week?
no pancakes?
I mean, I don't know that you can do that. The
You like hash browns, Ange?
No.
Oh.
I don't want anybody to get like sick.
I mean, I will bring it up again. People weren't really on board with it, but the Suck Olympics is a fantastic idea.
It's,
I want
it's never gonna work.
I want to do that every 4 years though, and it was the 4th year if we
Ooh.
took it.
What? Yes. What if we do the Succo Olympics every 4 years, and the
Yes,
4 previous Succo winners are the participants?
that's what I wanted to do.
That's genius. I like that. I like
I
that.
brought that up.
Well, no,
John,
I did.
like a year ago.
I wanted
brought
it
it
to
up.
be every year, though. I wanted it to be every year.
No. Because like we had people like Jeremy got it 3 years in a row. I don't know if we started on your last term, Jeremy, or something. But like we had Jeremy, Jeff, Ange. Who else was the stucco in there?
What if we okay?
Like you have
What if Ange gets it 3 times in a row again? How is she going to compete against herself?
What do you mean
Well-
again?
Well, not again, but like if you get the Succo 3 times.
It's possible.
That okay?
If you get the
Did you
Succo
do that?
again and again.
It's
Wait,
true. It's a realistic possibility. Except Chad's in the
For
league, so
clarification, Jeremy, did you get it 3 times in a row?
Yes.
yes, the
Okay,
statistics
so if you
to
have
do
a
that are.
Stucco Olympics and one person has gotten it 3 times,
do you
doesn't
know the
he
do you know
automatically
the odds?
win
Yes,
because he's
but,
not competing against anybody else?
but he might compete against
But he
one
still
person.
has to finish.
Yes.
You always got to let him finish.
Hmm.
The other punishment that I like is that the winner chooses a location that the last place person has to do the next draft.
Yeah,
So
we're not. I
you could
don't
do,
know
like-
about that one.
Yeah, I don't want
I
to.
mean, it could be
I-
Well,
anywhere.
what I saw on TikTok
I want
was
the draft to be comfortable.
the winner made
But
the
you could do
loser.
like the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese's.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. I don't want to draft in a ball pit.
What I saw
Okay,
was
last.
the winner of the league made the loser go somewhere for the Super Bowl, not for like the fantasy draft, but for the Super Bowl. And so he sent somebody into like the middle of the Sahara Desert while the Super Bowl was happening, so he couldn't watch it.
How are we going to get somebody to the Sahara Desert, John?
Yeah.
Well, the
that-
loser's
that's
got to
not
pay.
even-
No, I know,
that's
but
not even safe.
that's what Jeff's getting at. I thought. I don't know. Sending him off to like freaking
I
Zimbabwe or
wasn't, I
something.
wasn't going. I wasn't going for imminent death. No, I was going for something fun.
I don't really want to go to the doctor and have to get 10 shots and just fly across the world to...
That sounds reasonable.
Hey.
I've lost once. That sounds reasonable.
I said the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese. You said the middle of the Sahara Desert.
Oh, I was giving the example of what they did on TikTok. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not saying we do that, but
Listen, this is what I think. There's plenty of time to come up with something wonderfully creative and humiliating that I would love to do. But yes, I'm not going to be a lion trainer. I'm not going to the middle of the fucking desert. I'm not getting immunizations and a passport to
would you ride
fly
a
across
zebra?
the world.
Would you ride a zebra?
What?
Would you
Would
ride a
you?
live actual zebra?
At the zoo.
Oh, at the zoo. Ooh.
You have
Would
to...
you
Can you,
No,
would you jump
can
pretty
you ride
fast?
zebras at the zoo?
no.
I feel like there's logistical issues there.
No, let's just
Figure-
okay. If we get you to the zebra and you have to go jump on it and ride it, would you do it? Don't
That's
worry
a
about
no
anything else.
because
Don't worry about the legal issues. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about getting arrested.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the other animals. It's not like you just have zebras. Dude, I saw the ostrich
They're
that
not-
was there
they're
with
not-
the zebra.
They're not in the
They're not
lions.
in there with lions.
No, they're
Stop,
not in there with lions.
stop it!
Do you know
Stop!
how big ostrich are?
Yes! They're taller
They're
than all of us.
huge, and they're
Wait.
aggressive.
Is Danny afraid of ostriches?
No,
You really freaked out there.
no,
Yeah, that was
we're
panic.
we're not gonna jump on a live animal, but I do think that what if you
When
have
put
to
it that
ride a
way.
mechanical bull? What if we found a location close to all of us that you could ride a mechanical bull?
That I don't think that would be fun, really, for anybody.
That
would it?
seems
Wouldn't it
disappointing.
be fun?
I want
What
her to
if you-
climb a
what if
fence
you
at a
had to-
zoo and jump on a zebra's back.
What if you had to ride a mechanical bull in a zebra outfit?
That doesn't make any
Ooh.
sense.
Actually, legitimately, what if
I'll hold
what
you
if
behind this. I suck at fantasy football in your free hand.
what if
And
we
where?
What about creatine?
who
You have to hold a sign that says, or anybody has to hold a sign that says, "I suck at fantasy football, dressed like a zebra, riding a mechanical bull."
No, let's just do like dress like a zebra.
what
Zebra
what
outfit.
what if we got a communal zebra outfit that who the loser has to wear at the draft and spin them?
And okay, we put you in the mall or somewhere where there's not a lot of shootings, and
What?
you have to like have somebody donate up to like $5.
Yeah, not
Before
where
you can
Brian
get out of
Robinson is.
I was at the mall last night. It is terrible. There's nothing there. It's desolate.
Oh yeah.
Have you been in the mall?
Welcome. I mean, Amazon nowadays. Who goes? No, I don't,
Yeah.
because I buy everything on Amazon.
Hey, you put out a bucket.
I was at the mall last night too, Ange.
Not
Put out-
here, there.
You put out.
No, yeah,
put-
here.
Hey! Put out a bucket.
Does your mall suck?
have a
Yeah,
have a
it sucks.
sign that says like $5 and I can leave, but you're in a zebra costume, and then put like something like I lost at fantasy football, and you have to wait until somebody gives you $5.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Tyler's helping out here. Ah,
Oh,
yes,
God.
yes. Look at
There-
Tyler. Look at this.
There
Tyler
it
to the
is.
rescue.
Do we
Thank
think
you
that
so
this-
much, Tyler.
This-
That's amazing.
Could this happen? Is that kind of like
I like this plan.
Is that thing $50?
Yeah.
yeah?
It's inflatable.
If I win the Boucher, I will buy that for the league.
You're not going to win the Boucher.
I know, that's why I said it.
Well, boys,
I
this has
have no
been
chance.
some great brainstorming here.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this!
Yeah, that looks
Who's
amazing.
dancing?
Amazing.
Ange, I see your smile in there.
I will take Cordarrelle Patterson. Yeah.
Yep.
I just had a conversation today at work trying to again explain why my avatar was a 20-something-year-old black man.
So did you feel
How
worse
can I
about
explain this in a way that
There's no explaining that.
is logical?
why didn't you own it though? Like why didn't you put that guy in there to win it?
What?
Wasn't Cordell Patterson on your bench?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, why didn't I put him in? Because I'm
Yeah.
an idiot. That's why.
Gosh,
I'm
dude.
bad at fantasy football now. I don't know why.
I'm not gonna. No.
I'm bad at fantasy football now.
Yeah, there you go. You need to go down and
I
give
need-
Chad a hug. real
My
quick.
punishment needs to be like an exorcism or something.
I feel like you paid your dues. Like I said, the zebra facts was hilarious and
You
good.
guys like that?
I mean, it was a commitment. It showed a commitment to the league. That was
It
was
really
impressive.
was a commitment because I know that some people thought that was just like something that I had paid to do, but no, I had to do that every day and come up with a new fact. That was a lot of work.
But then on the flip side, we kind of had to suffer through to get that notification every day too.
That's true. It was
That was
kind
the
of a
idea.
punishment for us. Yes.
And it wasn't even
I
at
know,
the
that was the
same
best
time
part.
every day. So
That was the
inconsistent.
best part.
Let's be honest.
I did my best.
It got really awesome around July.
Oh, it was
when we were getting
fantastic.
when we were getting ready to spin, and then people started like, and you're so bad at football. Oh, like that was awesome. Like I had a great time with some of that
I got
stuff.
the yips. I'm gonna get rid of them. Don't worry. It'll be fine.
I don't understand. Like, I think you and Chad kind
Did
of
I
like
not pin that?
looked at the same book or something.
You
Like
got
what?
the yips together?
What did you guys? Do you guys ever talk about fantasy football together?
Yes.
Like often, huh?
No, not like often. I mean, he's really sensitive about it right now because his team is terrible.
Like, do
So
you
be
try
careful.
to build him up or do you tear him down?
No, I'm fully like emasculating him. I have to be real careful.
That poor guy.
Otherwise, like I'm gonna like that's gonna lead to like impotence issues and like crying and all sorts of things.
The fetal position in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good for anybody.
All right. Well, let's go around the room here, real quick, and we'll end it on that maybe. And who's your favorite player on your team?
Cordarrelle Patterson.
Obvi.
Not even a question.
Danny, who's your favorite?
Who?
Danny, who's your favorite?
Oh, me. Oh. Jamar Chase probably. That dude.
He's electric.
Really?
He's
He
electric.
He should have had another touchdown. That was.
Yeah, he could have had two. Yeah.
That was a neat game. He's pretty good.
He wouldn't have had another
I honestly
touchdown because
thought
the
he
game
was
would have
the
been over.
Cooper Cup.
Oh, I guess that's right. He's so just athletic. He's different than everybody else when he's on the field. It seems like so. Jeremy, what about you? Who's your favorite?
Favorite? What are we doing? Favorite what? Sorry, I just
Favorite player on your team.
On my team? Ooh. I don't know right now.
Oh
Probably.
my God.
I probably got to go with Mixon.
Mixon is pretty good. I feel like he's underrated.
He's been the last 5 years.
I feel like he's on a really good offense for the first time, and
Yeah.
I could see him being like I could see him finishing running back one. I think that's realistic.
I like him. I like him. He had bad teams for a couple of years and had injury issues for those couple of years too. It seems like it's all coming together for him now.
Yeah, Jeff, who's your favorite?
And I actually really love my duo of receivers, AJ Brown and Pittman, but
Yeah, they're
I think
pretty
I
good.
might have to say AJ Dillon right now.
Oh yeah, not
Really?
CMC.
CMC.
Well, I want to hear the reason why.
CMC and I have a love-hate relationship, and I got to build a little bit trust here before I say he's my favorite. I got to get past week 2 probably, and then maybe he'll be taking over. But Dylan, well, he was a 4th or 5th round pick for me, and started out hot right now, and I think that's all I'm going to build.
I can see that. I can see that. Mine's got to be Saquon. I just feel like he's super.
You've been jizzing
talented.
over Saquon for the past few days.
Oh yeah,
so,
I've been roster beating over him for quite some time now. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use protection.
And finally, let's go ahead and end on this. Who do you think is Chad's favorite player on his team?
Najee Harris, hands down.
Najee?
Did we talk about $33 on Jeff Wilson?
We can talk about that some more.
Yeah, we did, but like, if we're talking about John's question, Najee Harris, Le'Veon
Najee's
Bell,
his favorite.
Pittsburgh running backs, Chad Vliet, spooges everywhere. He's so happy.
Yeah.
Let him be. He's a happy guy. It doesn't matter how bad he is.
You
I
know what
mean,
we should do? We should all order fat heads of like ETN,
Oh,
Cam
fat.
Akers,
Cam
fat
Akers.
heads, Cam Akers, Trey Lance, and send that to his house. I'll see
that
what he
would be fan.
says.
Just everybody does one a week, and it just slowly trickles in, and he just slowly
Fat,
lets it build up. Like, what the hell is going on?
fat heads.
Guys, if you're wanting to break him, just one will suffice. I mean, he's right there on the edge.
We could tell. We
Just
could see
one
with
Cam
the vid
Akers
with the.
fathead. That's all you need.
Maybe I'll send him a Daryl Henderson fathead instead.
Let me see if I can do this.
Chad's gonna need therapy by the end of the season. Maybe not even by the end of it.
He needs
Oh,
therapy
for sure.
now.
I'm really hoping.
Cam Akers straight from Fathead is out of stock.
Of course, it's so popular.
He's missing from there, just like he's missing from the field.
It's out of stock.
Okay, let me ask you something.
It has like
Okay,
a
so Danny
massive
and John,
percentage off. Like
Danny and John,
Oh,
one of your wives have got to have one of those like cry cut things.
Oh yeah. My wife's got a cricket. Yeah.
a cricket.
Oh, a cricket.
Yo.
Okay. Can we
can
not
order
just make our own fathead?
If you guys
I can
didn't
order
see,
it.
if you guys didn't see, I actually made a shirt for the draft. I showed up with it. It had goats.
What?
It had me and Tom Brady next to each other, and on the back it
You
had
did?
all of your names. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I don't
I could, yeah.
I don't recall.
I'll have her make one for Cam Akers for that.
Cam
John,
Akers.
look,
Wait, Jeff even's got it. 20% off. Cam Akers.
Oh yes, that's what I like.
I order that.
That is fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
You can buy it. Oh my
It's
god.
only $30. Oh
Oh
yeah.
wait, no, I don't want two of them.
It's 70, 80.
No, I
He ordered
actually
two.
only have two of them.
He's ordering an extra one just in case.
No, wait.
Hang
What's the
on.
biggest size you can get though?
I don't want three. It's 22 by 30. I mean, that's pretty sizable.
That's pretty big. That's the size of the draft board that I bring. I want this up on the wall of the draft
Like
next year. Here, I'll take that
Guys,
off.
I'm
So you
gonna
don't,
put it on his pillow.
I'll take that off so we don't show your stuff on the internet.
oh yeah, stop this.
How do
What's
you
your address?
close your stream?
Close your stream.
14.
Hang on.
Close it.
Close your stream, Jeff. I don't want you to be
Wanted.
What, do you have Pornhub up there or something?
Yeah.
No, because I'm gonna have to put my card in.
Ah. My address?
Yeah.
1484.
No,
Oh,
you
here.
don't say it.
Here. No. Here, I'm gonna text it to you.
I like how we're worried about this being on the internet when like nobody's gonna watch this.
Literally no one.
Literally nobody. I think
Somebody-
Tyler. It sounds like Tyler might be on. Christy might have been on at one point.
So somebody's going to clip that version of Chad, and he's going to run the internet. It's going to be wildfire. It's going to be dragon fire. Is what's going to
Ooh,
happen.
House of Dragon. Anybody watching House of Dragon?
I'm watching it.
That stuff's
I'm-
awesome.
Yeah, I've watched the first episode.
Careful with the last episode. Don't watch it with any kiddos around. It's it's a
Do
little.
you watch other episodes with kiddos around? It's nuts.
No,
Most
I
of
don't
it-
watch that.
Yeah,
No.
we don't really watch it with kids around. So, but
Yeah,
I guess what I was
yeah.
getting at is it gets it gets a little exotic. This last
Is
one.
it murdery?
No, it's exotic. It's sexual.
Pleasure
Incest.
house.
Oh.
It was a pleasure house visit. How about that?
Shut up,
Oh.
Jeff. Too
Sorry.
much.
Shut your mouth.
$12 in shipping.
You don't actually have
No.
to do
Worth
that.
it.
You don't actually have to do that, Jeff.
We have
It's
crickets.
It's so bulky.
We're gonna
I'm too
cricket
I'll
far
this
have
in.
to
thing.
pay you.
I'm too
We're
far
crick-
in.
We're gonna cricket this stuff.
So wait, this
What
I don't know if
size
this is
what size shirt does Chad does Chad wear?
Extra large.
Extra large. Okay. Nice.
But he is gaining weight, so that's another sore subject if you're really wanting to push him over the edge.
Aw.
This
He was doing really good with the weight loss.
He really was.
This head says it's a foam core cutout. So I think it's like a
Oh,
foam
that's
head
not.
of
Yeah, that's
Snickers.
not a sticker. That's gonna be like a Tootsie Pop.
It's like
Is
what
that
you take
better?
games and stuff and hold up.
Well, you can take it places, and it might not get destroyed
What
on the
I'm
wall.
hearing you say is it's more mobile.
Yeah.
Yes, it is more cool. I gotta get the wallet.
Oh. Ange. Hey, Ange. You suck.
Hey, Danny.
You suck. At
Oh,
baseball.
I'm well aware. Why are you good?
Huh?
This listen. This is why I'm saying, like, this is why it doesn't bother me, because something is off. Like, the whole league has the yips.
It does.
I haven't heard of this stuff yet.
The yips.
Yeah, is it like a senior thing? What's a yip?
Do you watch Ted Lasso? Ted Lasso
Oh,
is
Ted
like the
Lasso's
best
a
show on
fantastic
TV,
show. It is fantastic.
right?
That's like Apple TV. That's like the last subscription you get, right?
The show,
Love it.
it's worth it. That's a good show.
That's my favorite show.
We stopped watching. Shannon and I stopped watching it. We just got sidetracked. We need to get caught back up. The last one we saw was, or one of the
Y-
last ones we saw was like the assistant coach, the creepy guy, quiet guy.
Yep.
His like solo episode that kind of was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's why
I
we
love
stopped
that.
watching it or what, but anyway,
They've
great.
got so season 2, and then I think season 3 is getting ready to come out pretty soon, and then that's gonna be it.
Nice. I'm gonna shut down the stream. We can keep chatting, but I'm gonna shut down the stream. Everybody say bye.
Later.
Bye.
Yes, man.
Bye.